One, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? This is Sante in the place to be. We are here. Make sure I ain't getting no feedback. Yes. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. Two, three, one, two, three, one, two. Hold on, let me turn that down. All right, now we better. So, welcome everybody to Effigy Media Arts, the pod. We are here right now. And welcome to the Every Other Day podcast. Let me go ahead and hit the share button maybe once or twice. Ain't nothing wrong with sharing. Sharing is caring. Hit it one more time. One more again. So welcome everybody. And you see the FAG Media Arts hat. You see it. You see it. But what's going on today? Man, day after the eclipse, I was looking forward to a bigger eclipse. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking forward to new like it getting pitch black from where I'm at. I'm in the Metro Detroit area, and I was expecting something a little bit more grander, as far as the scheme of the eclipse yesterday. But we got what we got, and I'm cool with that. So welcome to the Every Other Day podcast, FG Media Arts, and we here. And as you know, I'm here, I'm there, I'm kind of everywhere. But today's topic, if you could please go ahead and hit the share button for me. This is blasted out to Facebook and YouTube, and I'm playing around with the vertical look a little bit, so I'm gonna be bringing that to you guys pretty soon. Please feel free to hit the chat, and you can go ahead and say what you want to up in that joint, and your comments will be put up on the screen. But today we're talking about, no matter what, keep working. Keep working is the name of the Every Other Day podcast today, or the mantra for today. Keep working no matter what you got going on. Keep trying to do something progressive every day to kind of forward your mission statement, to forward your mission, your goal, and what it is that you want to go ahead and accomplish. If you sit back too long, no matter what's going on in your life or what's not going on in your life, if you do not continue to just press on and just learn Miss Mary Kay, hey, if you just continue just to keep moving every day, keep on pushing or keep on doing something every day, the needle will move eventually. But the thing is, you got to keep moving, keep working. And what is defined as work? Anything that work is when you moving something. And that means moving something either physically or mentally or psychologically or, not biologically also. Because when you move and are working, all things move within you. You're just not, working is just not also always a physical activity. It's working up here. So the main thing today we're going to talk about today, we're going to have 4 bullet points, and please go ahead and put in your contribution to the Every Other Day podcast. So today is, no matter what, keep working. And what's the reason why we want to? What is the reason why we want to do that? Because even if you see no progress, there's progress still being made. No matter when you just do a little inch, a yard, centimeter, foot, damn mile, you know what I mean? You're still getting some type of progress or some type of movement. So number one, I always reserve number one for me. Why is it important just to keep working? It keeps your mind occupied on worthwhile things, on the goal. So no matter what it is, your mind is still occupied on the goal. So when you're working on something either for you or whatever the case may be, or you got a job, it's an end goal to working. You're just not working to be just working. You know what I mean? The end goal is just probably to get some food, to have some transportation, to have tuition money for your children. Who knows? Whatever the case may be, the working process is there to meet a goal. So if you're stagnant and you're not working, you're not moving, you're not doing anything, you're going to let time get up under your feet and grass grow up under your feet. And before you know, you're going to be stalemated. You're going to be set in one place too long. You're almost going to be like a plant. And, sometimes things are hard to When you become a plant, or when you become just a fixed fixture, sometimes it's hard to start moving again. So I go ahead with number 2. And if you staying stagnant too long, and if you're not working, sometimes it's like with physics. Object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. You know what I'm saying? So the more that you sit still, or the more that you're working, momentum goes both ways. It goes when you go, and it sits when you sit or at rest. So remember, object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So number 2 is the reason for you want to keep working is an object in motion tends to stay in motion. Now I'll leave number 3 to you guys. If somebody want to chime in, if you can't chime in, I understand. So number 1 was keeping your mind occupied, keeping your mind occupied on the goal, whatever goal that is that it may be for you. It keeps you motivated. Oh, okay. Number 3, keeps motivated. It does. Miss Mary Kay, keeps you motivated. So number 1 is mind keeps occupied on the goal. Number 2, object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you're doing something, you tend to be able to continue. You know how it is if you ain't worked out in a long time and you try to get back in the gym, it's harder to do that. Or you want to run, or you trying to run, or you trying to. Sometimes when you just sit back too long, it's hard to get yourself in motion. That's what you want to be in perpetual motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. And number 3, it keeps you motivated on the task to the goal, which kind of reinverts back to number 1. Keeping your mind occupied on the end goal, on what it is that you want to achieve, the goal. It keeps you motivated when you're working. Like, okay. Now, number 4, let's make this special. If anybody got number 4 out there, please put it in there. Hey, number 3, Nakia, maybe we'll make what you say number 4. You stay positive and grateful. Right. So let's go back over these all again. We're going to go to number 1 is what's the main reasons to keep working, regardless of whatever the case may be, working on your family, working on your relationship, working on your career, working on a pie, a dessert. It don't make a difference, whatever it is that you're working on. But why is it important to keep working? Number 1, it keeps your mind occupied on the goal that you're going after or you want to achieve. Number 2, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. So if you sit back too long and not doing anything and just chilling, that's what you're going to end up doing. You're going to become a plant in time, and going to pass you by. You're not going to be innovative. You're not going to think of new things to do because you're in chill mode a lot of times. So when you want to always, it's times to chill and relax too, but give yourself an opportunity to, give you the opportunity to deserve to rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to play the PlayStation. I like to play my game and stuff like that. I love to play it. It's relaxing, but it's a time for me to play it. I can't play it when I know I haven't achieved something that day. If I haven't felt like I deserve to pick up my PlayStation controllers, then I gotta deserve that right to play or get some type of relaxation or some type of fun. So keeping your mind occupied on the goal, number 1. Number 2, stay in perpetual motion, because you're going to tend to go ahead and be able to stay in motion. You stay motivated. And then the kid says, staying positive and grateful. Yeah, it as you work and it helps you stay positive. It keeps you a positive consciousness, and then you can remember how grateful you are to be able to do what it is that the things that you like to do. Nakia, you say you a plant. You said, what kind of plant? A poinsettia. But and focused on the end game serendipitously. It's focused on the end game, which is, I kind of think, going back to mind occupied on the goal. So yeah, I just wanted to come today and tell you, no matter whatever it is that you're doing, if you're working on a pie, you're working on your car, you're working on yourself, you're working on anything that it is that you tend to deem that's important to you, no matter what, keep working. Don't sit back and think too long, because what happens is you think yourself out of it. And what happens when you start doing stuff, more ideas come into fruition. Like I be here in the pod and I start working on it. I get a crazy idea. That's why y'all see me run so many tests. Like when I'm here and I do a live stream, and it's test, because I'm constantly thinking of what can I use to do this different or make it easier on me. I can cut time in half, or I can offer this type of service, or I'm always, a lot of time is just, have you ever heard with, and I think I had a podcast about this before. I called it research and development. That's what a lot of companies do. A lot of the work that a lot of places do, like McDonald's, you think it is making the hamburgers and stuff, but a lot of what they do is based on research and development. They are doing a lot of tests on different things and different ingredients, and that's like almost 80% of the work. We only getting like 20% of what McDonald's is. 80% is really into the research and the development. Same thing with Ford Motor Company, General Motors, any big conglomerate. Anything that you're doing, you have to do research and development. You have to test it on yourself. You have to be your own crash test dummy a lot of times, to be able to understand what it is that you're doing. But the only way that's going to happen is you have to put in the work. Put in a little bit of time of researching, understanding what you want to do, the tools that you're going to need, and then development is the portion of the work, the physical part of it. So the research is mental, the development, because sometimes it could be physical or spiritual. It depends on the format or formation that you working on for yourself. So that's very, 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 very important that you guys understand that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're doing or how busy you are with other people's things, make sure that you keep working on yourself and the goals pertain to what it is that you want to satisfy, your life goals and missions. Because if you don't, if you sit back too much, and you know what, Nakia, you said something that I'm going to go back on. You're not a plant. You're not a plant. You're absolutely not a plant. If I could say this, you know what I'm saying, your work is your family. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's fine. You ain't a plant. You know what I mean? You're making sure that your family is taken care of, fed well, things are done that needs to be done, so they don't have to worry about. You are doing what you need to do. You're doing the work. You know what I'm saying? You're working to make sure that your family doesn't have to worry about certain things. Little man Caleb doesn't have to worry about you. Mom is always available to take him here, there, and take it around the household situation. That's a beautiful place to be at, you know what I mean? And I tell you, a lot of people will want to have that situation, but you deserved and you worked for that situation to be that this way at this point in time. You know what I mean? And you make sure that you're making sure everything is complete. You know what I mean? So that's not an easy job to do that type of stuff. Making sure everybody is situated. That's the work. And a lot of times, even with women, we downgrade. We kind of got away from appreciating the house. I ain't gonna even call it the house mom or nothing like that anymore. But people don't even look at that for some reason as a real occupation. It is, you know what I mean? To be able to take care of a family is not an easy thing. It's not, to cook, doctor's appointments, nurturer, and all that type of stuff. It's not easy. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. Me personally, I wouldn't really want to do it. And to be able to do those types of things, I mean, I could do it, but I wouldn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And so that's a special type of thing to be able to do. So whatever it is, if it's work, keeping your family situated and comfortable and together and the nurture, that's a great work. No matter what the work is, long as you're doing it and working on yourself or working towards the goal to do that. And I'm gonna read what Kia said, put it up here. I agree and thank you. I wear a lot of hats without being in corporate, doctor, nurse, teacher, wife, mother, heck, domestic, domestic engineer. But no, it's true. You know, it's true, and I think really children overall would be better off if they had that type of situation. And it's hard because everybody can't do it. You know what I mean? It's hard because you have to have both parents working and doing stuff like that. But if you can have one, and it ain't like Nakia can't work. You know what I mean? She can. She can do it. But I mean, work corporate or something like that. It's just that you know she's earned the right and got herself to the point where she doesn't have to, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think that's special. But I think a lot of kids or families, not to deviate the subject, but if you go back to the 40s, 50s, maybe 30s, 40s, 50s, and kind of look at where the world was and where you could have a parent stay at home and one parent work and tend to the kids, the society was a lot better because there was the homegrown nurturing, the homegrown raising. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big old job, a great big old job. And I appreciate everybody that can do it. I'm appreciated that it's able to be done for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great big old thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody just keep working, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that's you're working on your goals and situations. You keep working. Keep working, keep working. It's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna feel accomplished, and then you deserve it. Then you can feel good about taking that vacation. Then you can feel good about sleeping, taking a day to sleep all day and do nothing. Then you can feel good about doing X, Y, and Z because you feel like you earned it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I come here to the pod. I might not have a client. I might not have a phone call that day. And that's how it is with business. Some days are whoop. Some days are whoop. Some days are like whoop. Some weeks are like, some weeks or two you might not even hear anything. You know what I mean? And that's just how it goes. But you got to keep on working for when that call comes. You know what I mean? So you always got to work to keep yourself sharp. So when people do call you, you can just boom, ask them their question, blah, 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 blah. If that's for me. But far as for you, you got to always continue working on whatever it is that when the situation comes up, you're required to take care of, you're ready and prepared. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna I don't know if you want to call, but I'm gonna put this up real quick. And if you wanna call, please call. I'm gonna give you two options here. I'm gonna take that off, boom, and then hear it back again. If you want to go ahead and donate to the Every Other podcast, you sure can. Is right there. Number sign Sante 61. If you want to donate to the Everyday Podcast, please do. Feel free. It's all good. Number sign Sante 61. And hey, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. The Lord loves a cheerful giver. So but yeah, we gonna keep it moving. But if you want to call in, please do 248-905-1128. 248-905-1128. So here in the Metro Detroit area, I don't know who's all watching. Out of the 100 people that's watching me, don't all, chime in at once, please. But let me see here. So you think you're going back to school? What you gonna become, a doctor, PhD? You gonna go back to school? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Do it. Do it. I think that's a great thing. Because she's a master already. You should do it. PhD, doctor. But yeah, you should do it. You should do it. I'm gonna give you a call a little bit later also. So I'm gonna take the phone line off. I don't know if I'm gonna get any call here. And then number sign Sante 61 if you want to. If not, I get it. But yeah, please go back. If that's what you're thinking about, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You can't go wrong with it. That's for sure. That's for sure. Next thing you know, we'll look up and you'll be going around doing motivational speeches and speaking engagements and stuff like that. Yeah, so I believe it. I believe it for you. All right, people. So with that being said, we gonna get out of here. I just wanted to come to you guys, and again, at the end of the day, let's just keep working, regardless on what it is that we're going through or how busy we are taking care of everybody else's things. Let's make sure that we continuously working on what the things is that we really want to do. Because at the end of the day, that's help you with your fulfillment, and that help you move the needle for the future generations. Because you never know who's watching you, and hopefully, I've been a motivation to somebody that's watching me from close or from afar. So I hope you guys go ahead and appreciate the rest of this beautiful day here in Metro Detroit. And we're going to keep God first, family second, and then you third. And in that order, we should never be made last. Always check out the pod, Effigy. You know what? Do I got that? Do I got that up? I got to put it up. I erased a lot of things on this device. But yeah, I need you guys to go ahead to effigy.images.com, or you can go ahead and come visit me at 43700 Woodward Avenue. That's in Bloomfield, Michigan, and Suite 40. And we do it like that. You guys have a great, great day, and I will talk to you later. Peace.